They say every great artist hides a tragedy behind their music. And for Keith Urban, that tragedy became his masterpiece. When his 19-year marriage to Nicole Kidman quietly came to an end, the world saw only the headlines. But behind the silence was a man shattered, rebuilding himself one song at a time. His heartbreak wasn't just a story, it was a symphony of pain, resilience, and rebirth. From love lost to music reborn, Keith Urban's journey will remind you that even when life breaks your heart, the right melody can make it beat again. Before his name filled stadiums and award shows echoed his victories, Keith Urban was just a boy from Whangarei, New Zealand, strumming an old guitar his father bought him when he was 6. His home was modest, but his dreams were anything but small. Nights in the Urban household were filled with the sounds of country legends, Johnny Cash, Glenn Campbell, and Dolly Parton, artists whose sincerity planted the first seeds of inspiration in a young boy's heart. By 10, his family had moved to Queensland, Australia, where Keith's passion for music grew stronger. He began performing in local clubs, small-town fairs, and community events, discovering early that the stage was where he truly belonged. At 15, he joined a small band called Rusty and the Airs Rocket, performing across Queensland's coastal towns. Those nights were long and filled with cheap meals, tired drives, and pure joy. Every show, no matter how small, became a stepping stone toward his dream. By 18, Keith was appearing on national television, praised for his ability to bring fresh energy to traditional country music. Yet he was restless. He wanted more than fame in Australia. He wanted the heart of country music itself. Nashville, Tennessee. In 1992, with little more than a guitar and determination, Keith Urban flew to America. He arrived in Nashville, a city buzzing with talent and ambition, where dreams were as common as heartbreak. He worked behind the scenes, playing guitar for other artists, recording demos, and writing songs for anyone who would listen. Money was tight, nights were long, and sometimes he slept on studio couches, but he didn't mind. He was close to the music, and that was enough. His perseverance paid off when he formed a band called The Ranch, which landed a deal with Capitol Records. Although the band didn't achieve massive success, it gave him his first real break and the courage to go solo. In 1999, Keith Urban took his first major step toward stardom with his self-titled U.S. debut album. And its single, But, for the Grace of God, shot straight to #1 on the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart. That moment wasn't just a success. It was the spark that lit a new era for modern country music. The early 2000s became his golden years, defined by the groundbreaking album Golden Road. Its hit single Somebody Like You ruled the charts for 8 weeks, breaking barriers between country and pop while redefining the genre's sound. What made Keith Urban truly special wasn't just his powerful vocals or electrifying guitar, it was his honesty. His songs carried both light and shadow, joy and heartbreak, giving fans something real to hold on to. With albums like Be Here and Love, Pain and the Whole Crazy Thing, and hits like Days Go By, Better Life, and Tonight I Wanna Cry, he didn't just perform, he lived every lyric, turning every stage across America and Europe into a confession of the soul. But even in success, darkness lingered. Behind the applause and the awards, Keith Urban battled a private war with addiction. The same fire that fueled his creativity was also consuming him. Alcohol became a silent escape, a way to quiet the pressure, the loneliness, and the noise of fame. He thought it would bring peace, but it only deepened the void. Eventually, the exhaustion, sleepless nights, and concern from friends forced him to confront the truth. Checking into rehab wasn't just a career decision, it was a fight for his life. During his recovery, Keith reflected deeply on who he had become. He admitted that he hadn't loved himself enough to stay sober and realized that without self-love, he couldn't truly love anyone else. Coming out of rehab, he was renewed but not untouched. The pain was still there, but now it became fuel for his art. He turned that struggle into songs filled with raw honesty, and his fans could feel it. Every lyric, every chord, carried the weight of a man who had faced his demons and survived. And then, when his life began to stabilize, fate introduced him to Nicole Kidman. They met in 2005 at an event in Los Angeles. Two people from different worlds, both searching for something real. She was an Oscar-winning actress, and he was a country musician finding his way back to himself. Their connection was immediate and profound. Keith saw in her the calm he'd been missing, and Nicole saw in him the sincerity she longed for. A year later, they were married in a quiet church ceremony in Sydney, Australia, and soon became one of Hollywood's most admired couples. Together, they built a life filled with love and balance. Nicole Kidman stood by his side when he returned to rehab, helping him through one of his darkest times. Their marriage became a symbol of strength and devotion. They welcomed two daughters, Sunday Rose and Faith Margaret, and for nearly 2 decades, their love story inspired millions. They appeared at award shows hand in hand, smiling, supporting each other's dreams. Keith often thanked her publicly, calling her his anchor, and she spoke of him as her safe place. But even the strongest love can face impossible tests. As their careers grew, so did the distance between them. Her film commitments took her across the world, while his tours kept him constantly on the move. The quiet moments grew fewer, and the silence between them deeper. By 2025, the rumors were everywhere. Speculation of separation and emotional distance. Then, in September, it became official. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman had ended their 19-year marriage. The announcement came in a short, gentle press release. "We ask for privacy for our family. No accusations, no bitterness, just the sound of two hearts quietly parting." Fans felt the loss deeply. For many, their love had been proof that Hollywood marriages could last. But for Keith, it was another turning point, another storm to endure. He didn't rush to the media. He didn't give interviews or explanations. Instead, he let the music speak. During a concert in Denver, he told his audience, "Some things can't be held forever. Music helps us understand why we loved at all." Those words hung in the air, heavy with truth. That same year, in July 2025, he released Love Is Hard, a hauntingly beautiful single that instantly captured hearts. The lyrics spoke of resilience and acceptance. "Love is hard, but I will still love, even if my heart breaks once more." It was a confession set to melody, a glimpse into the soul of a man who had lived through both bliss and heartbreak. The song soared up the Billboard charts, praised for its simplicity and emotional depth. Critics called it the most mature song of his career. The music video showed Keith sitting alone on an empty stage, under soft light, strumming his guitar. No fancy effects, no distractions, just him, raw and honest. It was a reminder of where he began and what still mattered most. Despite the heartache, he kept moving forward. He focused on his daughters, making time for school runs and family dinners, wanting them to see their father not as a celebrity, but as a man who never gave up. Alongside his music, Keith Urban continued his philanthropic work. He donated to cancer research, school music programs, and charities for struggling musicians. Often, he'd perform in hospitals or small community centers without any announcement, just to bring music where it was needed most. Nurses and patients spoke of how he played, smiled, and thanked them for listening. A true artist connecting through kindness. By the end of 2025, Keith Urban had sold more than 15 million albums worldwide and won over 20 major music awards, including 4 Grammys. He was listed among Billboard's top 50 most influential country artists of all time. But for Keith, those accolades were never the real measure of success. "The greatest success," he said, "is still having the desire to write and the feeling when you're on stage." That's the essence of who he is. From a boy in New Zealand to a man who conquered Nashville, from addiction and heartbreak to redemption and renewal, Keith Urban has lived a life that proves music isn't just about rhythm and rhyme, it's about survival. Every lyric he writes, every note he plays, carries the story of a man who faced himself and found strength in truth. Through every heartbreak and triumph, Keith Urban's story proves that music can heal what words cannot. His songs remind us that love, loss, and hope are all part of the same beautiful rhythm of life. So if his journey moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because every melody tells a story, and this one deserves to be heard by the world. Thanks for watching.